A bado wako nyumbani. Wale ambao wako na 300 and 350 bado wako nyumbani. Kila siku tunasema transition haijaendelea kwa sababu maisha imekuwa ngumu. Na kwa hiyo nawapatia pongezi. Na najua sheria imeshasema kuwa shule haiwezi kushikilia certificate ya mtoto, si ndio? Ili mtoto aweze kwenda mbele, apate elimu ya mbele. Lakini kama mko na pesa ambao mnadai shule, tafadhali, hata kama mshachukua hiyo karatasi, hata kama mtalipa polepole, mulipe hiyo pesa kwa shule. Kuna shule nyingi hapa Nairobi ambao wanadaiwa pesa ya form 4 iliyopita, form 3, form 2. Watoto wanatumwa nyumbani, watoto wanarudi shule, na mimi husema na walimu wote, kutuma mtoto nyumbani ni mbaya. Kwa sababu ukituma mtoto nyumbani, saa ile wazazi wamepata pesa na wanamregesha mtoto, amepoteza hiyo wakati ya elimu, si ndio? Na mimi najua hii shule imekuwa na tabia ya kusukuma watoto wao wafanye bidii kabisa kwa masomo. Na kwa hiyo mimi nawapatia pongezi kwa sababu watoto wenyu wale ambao watapata rewards leo wamesoma kwa sababu wazazi wamejitolea kupatia watoto wao ile maisha nzuri kuliko ile wako nayo. Kwa sababu hiyo ndio kitu wazazi wanataka. Wajua ukishapata huyo mtoto, unataka mtoto akue na amani ya Mungu. Na nyinyi vile mmekaa hapa leo, ninaona nyinyi ni wazazi ambao mnapenda watoto wenu kabisa. Mnafurahi na ile performance wamefanya. Na si wote wamepata results nzuri. Wale ambao hawakupata results nzuri, hiyo si mwisho ya maisha. Na hata msimlaumu huyo mtoto. Kwa sababu Mungu amempangia ingine, si ndio? Labda mimi wajua nilienda university nikiwa na miaka 50 plus. Hii mwaka nitakuwa 60. Sinaonekana vizuri? Don't I look good for 60? Alright, so first I wanted to talk to your parents. I will come to you, the Ivy Leagues, the Apollo and the Kenya One. I really want to hear your catchwords. Wazazi, mimi ni kuanza na kuwapongeza. Ya pili nataka kupongeza pia serikali yetu. Najua imekuwa na shida ya fedha. Na tumesema hiyo fedha lazima ipatikane. Tunataka fedha ya elimu, tunataka fedha ya mahospitali, tunataka fedha ya madaktari, walimu, shule, barabara, fertilizer. Tunataka pesa ya vitu nyingi. Na bado tuko na shida. Wajua nikisema fertilizer mnacheka. Kuna fertilizer ile ilinunuliwa iko nzuri. Na kuna wale wakora pia waliingiza yao mbaya. Shetani yuko. Pale kuna malaika pia kuna shetani. Si ndio? So hatuwezi kusema kila kitu itaenda vizuri. Lakini uzuri ni kuhakikisha kama imeenda vibaya, tutafanya ile inatakikana ili isifanyike tena. Si ndio? Kwa sababu hii ni nchi yetu. Kama sisi hatutapenda Kenya, nani atapenda Kenya? Mimi nataka kuambia, nimesafiri dunia nzima. Na hakuna pahali pazuri kuliko Kenya. This country of ours is the best. Hata nikienda pahali, nikipika chai yangu, nikibeba ketepa, nikipika na maji ya Ulaya, it does not taste the same. I want to come back to Kenya to have my good tea. Na nimebeba ketepa. Lakini nikifika huko nikiweka maji ya mzungu na nikiweka maziwa ya mzungu haiingiani kabisa. So natamani kurudi ili nikunywe chai yangu hapa Kenya. So the first thing I want to tell all of you, my children, you are blessed to be born in this country. You are blessed to have the parents that you have. You are blessed to have the teachers that you have. You are blessed to have the government that you have that has provided the school, the infrastructure to give you an education. Because this is a public school. And I've just spoken to Mheshimiwa George Aladwa. He sends you his greetings. And we were talking with your head teacher, Stella Wambua. And she was telling me that there's some classrooms to be completed, needs about 13-15 million. And he texted me back and he said, hii shule itapata hiyo pesa, imalize hizo classrooms. Mheshimiwa George Aladwa atamaliza hizo classrooms, na ninajua kuna mpango ingine ya building ingine ambao unataka 59 million, ambayo itakuwa na bakery, itakuwa na ICT center, itakuwa na classrooms. Hiyo pia tutajaribu tutembee pamoja tuifanye. Na hizi vitu zote ambao tunataka kufanya ili nchi yetu iende mbele, kitu muhimu ni amani. Kama hakuna amani, hakuwezi kujenga kitu yoyote. Hata ile pesa, prosperity ambao kila mtu anatamani, huwezi kupata. Kwa sababu the first thing is peace. Hata ndio maana tunaita Yesu, we call Jesus the Prince of Peace. Not the Prince of Prosperity, not the Prince of good health. It's the Prince of Peace. We call Jesus the Prince of Peace because the most important thing that you need is peace. And peace is contained in the head, in the mind, in the heart. Where you sit down, your God. Do you know the Bible has a phrase, be still and know God. I have found God only in silence, alone. I can go to church, I can hear preaching, in fact, let me tell you a story. I started running for a political office in 2007. Attempt to become the mayor of Nairobi. I did not make it. My name was not gazetted. You needed to be gazetted. I was nominated by my party. Came 2008. Mugabe went to Passaris. There was a vacancy. Again, I was nominated by my party, ODM, ran for Member of Parliament in Embakasi. Again, that did not happen. Okay? Then I was nominated for, I was sitting at from ODM. I decided this is not for me. I've been beaten twice, so I'm not going to do it. I get a phone call from Peter Kenneth. He tells me there's only one candidate for woman rep, Rachel Shebesh. And she's running with, I think at that time it was TNA or PNU. You know, they've been transitioning, TNA, PNU, Jubilee. Now we could say it's UDA, but they've been transitioning. So now, I get a phone call from Peter Kenneth. Of course, my first phone call was to Baba, and to say to the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, can I get a ticket for running for woman rep? And he goes, I think we've closed. We've closed the admissions and we have a candidate already. So I took Peter Kenneth's offer. I ran for woman rep. I lost. Then in 2017, I was trying to run for governor, but I didn't have my degree. I had not done my thesis. In fact, one of my lecturers is here, Kennedy Award. He's in your Parents Association. He can affirm that I went to school at the age of 50 plus. Okay? So I went and I did my degree because I needed to get a degree to be governor, but I had not gotten the certificate. So I didn't get into the news as a governor who's trying to be governor without a certificate. I had to withdraw. So when Sonko heard that I was withdrawing from governor's race, he went and he spoke to Baba, and Baba said, let her come back to ODM. We don't really have a candidate for woman rep. So I went back to ODM. My parents, my family, nobody knew. So they see it on the TV with my little daughter. She sees it on the TV that Mama is being lifted her hands, amerudi nyumbani with Baba. So I go home. When I go home, my daughter comes storming into the room. Mama, what's wrong with you? Are you a sucker for losing? Exact words. I was like, what are you talking about? Don't you get it? You have lost 3 times. Repeat again. Kikuyu in a Ludo party. Like, what? Okay? So I went into my room. Okay, I mean, I'm quarter Kikuyu, half Greek, and quarter Dutch. And I'm Kenyan. That's what I'm proud of. I'm Kenyan. And I really wish that we reach a point where we don't see each other as tribes. We see each other as just fellow human souls. All right? Spiritual beings having a human expression. So I go to my room after that lecture that you're going to lose again. And I go on my knees in my silence. And I speak to God. And I say to him, I said, God, you heard my daughter. I'm supposed to be her role model. I need to prove to her that when you fail 3 times, doesn't mean you give up. Doesn't mean you give up. Now, I have never been to you myself and asked you for this seat. I have never prayed for this seat. But boy, have I been to church. Let me tell you, when we're looking for votes, Saturday tunaenda 7th day. 7 churches. Tunauliza vote. Ukiniuliza what was the sermon, nitakwambia akisi kusikia. Tumeingia tu tukauliza kura tukatoka. Sunday, other churches, tunauliza. Kanisa zingine tunakatazwa. Tunaambiwa hapana kwa sababu washachukua sides. Wamesema sisi hatutaki hao watu wa ODM. Sisi ni PCA, tunaenda na Uhuru Kenyatta. So we're not allowed to talk. But that day, I went before God in my silence, just me and God. And I said, God, I need this seat. I need to win this seat. And I'm asking you to give me this seat. I will do my best. I will campaign. I will raise money. But you are going to help me get this seat. Now, you know there's a thing about God. Sometimes he wants you to be firm in what you want. There's a phrase in the Bible, command your morning. Okay? So you can actually reach a point where you can actually say to God, without mincing your words, what you want. That was the day that I commanded God and I said, God, I want this seat. So you have to have an intention. You have to have a goal. You have to go to the Almighty. He's the giver of life and death. Let me tell you, it is only God that gives you everything that you have. The reason you're sitting in this tent today, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're Hindu, whether you're Buddhist, whether you're atheist, it is only God who gives us what we have. And that should be your best friend. The Father that you can go to and talk without worry. Because He knows you before you were born. He has plans for you, right? And He will never forsake you. You might move away, all right? And you can't lie to God. You know, you can lie to your mother, you can lie to your teacher, you can lie to your best friend, you can in the book of David, who wasn't of good character. Why does God love David so much? But He loved David because David was a man after God's own heart. No matter what he did, he would tell God these wrong things, but I love you. And he would sing the Lord. All right? So God knows that you're human. God knows that you are imperfect. And that's why He came down as Jesus to die for our sins, so that we can find forgiveness. Now, talking about forgiveness, You know, forgiveness, people think that when I do something wrong, nikifanya kitu kibaya, naweza tu kwenda nipige magoti, niende kwa kanisa. You know, I used to be a Catholic. You go to the Catholic church and you pray and you say, Father, forgive me, I've sinned. You're told, go say 2 Hail Marys, 2 Our Fathers, 1 Glory Be, and you're forgiven. A beautiful. He was supposed to open it. He was running for president of Kenya. His goals were cut short. He died in the plane crash the weekend before the Monday opening. He never became president of Kenya. Why? Because the giver and taker of life is God. So if there's one thing I want to give you, young ladies here, is form a relationship with God, whoever you perceive him to be. In your silence, talk to him. Know that he already knows you. He already knows what you're going to ask for. All right? And he is the one who gives you life. Because you see, you're here today by his grace and his mercy. So many died. So many are in hospital. Right? So many have challenged health and drugs and so many things. But the one connection that you should hold on to is God. Whoever you perceive him to connect, pray, plan, give it to him. Okay? Give it to him in prayer. So that you can make your lives. Because now you finish Form 4. You're going, some of you will go to university. Some of you will go to college. Right? You're going into the real world. Some of you will think you have a license now to have a boyfriend. There's no pressure. But let me tell you, don't be in a hurry to have a boyfriend. Don't be in a hurry to be lied to. Your parents didn't educate you, so out of school, get pregnant. Children are expensive. Okay? Expensive. You're now over 18. If you're going to have sex, make sure you have protection. Go to family, talk to your mother, talk to your father, but I'm telling you, don't go and have it. Get pregnant, get HIV, get other STDs. Mom and dad, plan your life, start saving. Saving. Even if your mother gives you pocket money of 100 shillings, go and put 10 shillings in an account. Wazazi, watoto wote, 500 tu wanaweza fungua account cooperative bank. 500 au even Equity Bank. Wafungulie sasa kama wako 18, wafungulieni account. Ili you start saving. The culture of saving, that's how you build your life. Okay? So I want you to start saving some money. Okay? Because it's important. And I don't want you to get pregnant early. To get pregnant before a man has gone to your parents and said, I love your daughter and I want to marry her. Okay? That is the man that you should give time to. After you've married that person, don't be in a hurry. I was 32 years old when I had my first daughter. Okay? And 34 when I had my son. I have 2 children. I believe in family planning. Because if you're going to have 5 children, you have to be very rich. Or you and your children are going to have a lot of problems. Life is very expensive. So family planning is important. The other day I was in Pomwani Hospital, removing a young girl whose mother did not know she was pregnant. The mother has sent her to university, and then the mother finds out she's not just pregnant, she's in Pomwani, she's delivered, and then you know what? Blessed with 2 children. Twins! Let me tell you, sometimes they come even 3, triplets, then they come 4. You might be the one who just goes around 1 for children. So don't go around 1 until you know you have money, because you don't know how many will come. Okay, family planning is important. All right? So that mother could not even afford to pay for her child to come out of the hospital. I had to pay for that child to come out of hospital. And I'm saying a child, she may be 18, but she's still the mother's child. The mother sent her to university to get a degree, hoping she will make something good out of her life. And she got pregnant. Because somebody in school, in the university corridors, told her, "You're beautiful. There's no one like you. I love you from here to the moon and back. You're the bean in my githeri." What else do they tell you? All those sweet nothings. All those sweet nothings. 760. I think my party leader had 830, and Uhuru Kenyatta had 760. So I had more votes. And I say